Hi, I'm Rob and welcome to another TW White & Sons video review. This is our demonstrator, Mazda CX-30. Deep crystal blue, obviously the one owner, TW White & Sons. This particular model is a exclusive line. It's 122 horsepower active SKYACTIV G engine running an automatic gearbox. Now with this particular spec you get privacy glass as a standard fit, the nice chrome belt line of course, and the deep dark crystal blue. The alloys are an 18-inch alloy with a slightly sort of shadow chrome finish to the wheel. Coming around the back, LED headlamp, rear lights, a reverse camera sitting underneath between the number plate and the underneath of the tailgate there. Twin exit exhausts, rear park sensors, that accompanies the front, so there is a ring of digital steel running through your car there. Coming through, the car's a keyless entry vehicle. Again, quite simply, with the car locked currently, touch the handle, that will open the vehicle, mirror powers out, you can obviously enter the car. So we'll start with the boot. So we're going to touch the pad just underneath the badge, just here. Give it a push, hear a beep, and up it pops. Into the boot area, there's a 60-40 load split. You can increase into the cabin. The car being a Bose audio equipped car has a subwoofer sitting inside, and then you've got a compressor with foam, which is to allow you to reinflate your tyre. Not many cars come with a standard alloy wheel or a steel wheel for the spare these days. They can be accessorised. You can speak to our parts department if you wish to add such a thing into your car. So big old boot. Shut the boot using the button there. Can equally be used on the fob itself or an internal button just by your right knee when you enter the car. In the back of the vehicle we've got cloth interior with a white stitch that sort of goes onto the door cards. There's a gloss black contrast as well. Into the back you've got Isofix. There are room for 3 adults. If you want to carry 4 in comfort, there's a pull-out armrest with cup holders, individual AC vents at the back, and there is a map pocket for stashing bits and pieces. Probably not maps when we give you satellite navigation standard to the car. And of course you can pair your phone with Apple and Android and use mapping from there. So onto the driver's door card. Again, Bose audio, just to highlight that. All your functions for windows, mirrors, including the power fold function, are on the door card. Seats fully adjustable for reach, rake, height and under thigh, which is the circular control there. And then you've got a steering wheel which is telescopic and also tilts up and down. But let's hop in. Coming across, a series of switches here, so effectively you've got a stop and go function on this side. You can turn off the traction control system this side, off with the parking sensors should you need to, and that's the safe zone. Power tailgate buttons below. Coming into the car itself, you've got automatic lights and wipers. So lights this side, wipers the other, and they link into the LED lights. There is an auto high beam function, just activating the button there. We'll go for a start. As soon as you put your foot on the brake and then you've got the key inside the vehicle, press the start button once, that powers the car up fully and your dash springs to life. So the middle dial is actually electronic. The outer 2 dials are an analog. As you can see, I need a drop of fuel. So we'll come away from that. You've got a multi-function steering wheel, nice thin leather rimmed steering wheel there, not chunky like BMWs. Audio controls, Bluetooth preparation. Of course, if you pair your phone through Apple or Android, you won't need to pair the phone via Bluetooth. It will work in the same fashion. You've got adaptive cruise control and a speed limiter. You have to turn it on, of course. That activates the middle screen, which again is electronic, and then you can start to choose your gap in time between you and the vehicle in front, and it will just maintain that. And of course it will also, with the car in front braking, brake you to a complete halt as well. So that works quite well. The same sensor set work on our sort of low speed collision avoidance, and of course the car's got a small amount of active steering just linked into the lane departure function. And of course if you're not driving on the cruise, it will again save you from drifting to the other lane, be it through fatigue or carelessness. You choose. Don't choose either. Coming across, we have the Mazda typical screen display now, which is common in most of our vehicles now. Coming down, we have climate control, so it's left and right sided, of course. You get a bit of independence to it if you wish. Left to right sided, or you can sync and allow the car to be the same across all of the cabin. There's heated seats for driver and passenger, of course, through 3 different stages. Keeps you nice and warm in the winter months. Storage here, but also a wireless charging pad here. So just pop your phone on, compatible phones of course. Storage for drinks. The automatic box, which is a 6-speed auto, and you have a couple of ways to interact with this. You've got a sport function where the car will just speed up the gear changes and rev a little higher between each gear change itself. You've also got paddle gear changes, so to go up and down a gear, or indeed you can move the shifter down into drive and move it across and use it touring car style by nudging backwards and forwards. So you get control of the vehicle, useful for hills, overtaking, sporty driving, all those sorts of things. Coming down with electronic parking brake, and guess that gives a bit more storage and less clutter in this area, which is your storage. And again, the controller system for the sort of the screen up here. Using the controller, it's very intuitive. You can just twist it. You'll get into a habit forming where you'll know which button does what, and you're barely taking your eyes off the road. Based on that, taking your eyes off the road, also we have a head-up display. Hopefully you can see it there. I might try and zoom in. There we go. So you've got the speed, which is 0. You've got the road speed for the road that it's on, 30. And then it will show you other things about adaptive cruise. Your blind spot stuff as well. Bearing in mind these are blind spots. So on the mirror itself, there's a triangular bit here. If you can see it, there it is. I use my phone. That will flash at you depending on which side there's a car coming from behind you, or a bike or a lorry, not necessarily limited to cars. Electrochromatic rear view mirror, again, fully disableable passenger airbag, should you so desire to fit a child seat up next to mum or dad here. Lots of storage. So glove box at the moment holding the book pack and the locking wheel nut sets. Again, storage in the box below, even one by your knee, just for parking change and such like. And then each bottle is moulded for bottles, decent amount for storage in the vehicle completely. So this is our demonstration automatic exclusive line CX-30 SKYACTIV G. So that's the 122 horsepower engine. This car is a demonstrator. Effectively, the car has a date which it can be sold from, which is towards the end of June, and at which point the car can be released to any prospective customers who wish to inquire about the car and secure it in advance, or it will go from the date that the car can be released onwards, which is at the back end of June. So this is just to give an understanding that the car is available. It can be booked, of course, for demonstrations, and it can also be purchased in advance, but I must stress there is a release date and the car will still be actively used. So this can also be bought using funding plans through our business. This would be Mazda typically. You can also exchange your vehicle in, at which point we'll give you a part exchange offer, and of course you can buy with your own funding source. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions, please contact us here at TW White & Sons and we'll endeavour to answer them. So thank you for reviewing.